students, welcome to our class of Industrial Pharmacy 2 of Unit 4, and our first topic is concept of quality and total quality management. Okay. First of all, what is quality? See, basically quality means standard of something when compared with the one that already exists or degree of excellence of something. Okay. So, it is the degree of excellence of something when we are comparing with the standard. Okay. And we can assure the quality of any product by three ways, that is by setting up the guidelines, by setting up an effective quality control system, and by developing a culture in the organization of improving the quality. Okay. So, first is by setting the guidelines. We have to set certain guidelines for the organizations to follow up these guidelines should be mandatory. Okay. We have to set some mandatory guidelines which are compulsory to follow by any organization to achieve the quality. Second is by setting up an effective quality control system. And why we are setting up an effective quality control system? Just to ensure the quality of the product, quality, safety and efficacy of the product. And third is by developing a culture in the organization of improving the quality, means we have to set up a culture, we have to set up a system that continuously work to improve the quality of the product. Next is dimensions of the quality. There are 8 dimensions which decide either the product is a quality product or not. Okay. To describe the quality of the dimensions, we have certain to describe the quality of the products, we have certain dimensions, and these are: first is performance, second is features, third reliability, fourth is conformance, fifth durability, sixth serviceability, seventh is aesthetics, and eighth one is perceived quality. Okay. So, first dimension is performance. Okay. Performance describes the basic characteristics of the product. It describes the basic characteristics of the product, and these basic characteristics varies from product to product. For example, in case of medicinal products or pharmaceutical preparations, the basic characteristics are different. In case of automobiles, these are different. In case of any engineering product, the basic characteristics are different. So, these basic characteristics vary from the product to product. Okay. Next is features. Features represent the secondary characteristics. These represents the secondary characteristics, and these features also support the basic characteristics of the product. Okay. Means performance of the product will rely upon the features of the product. Okay. Next is reliability. Reliability means for which duration we are relying on the product. For example, expiry date of the product means for which duration our product is effective or our product is showing its effectiveness. Next is durability. Durability is the amount of benefit, maximum amount of benefit that we can get from the product is known as the durability. Okay. Next is serviceability. What do you mean by serviceability? Serviceability means what nature of the support the customer will get from the manufacturer, or which type of support will get from will customer get from the manufacturer. For example, if we are purchasing any product from the market, we will receive certain free services. For example, in case of AC, in case of bike, or in case of any automobile, we are getting free services. So, this is known as serviceability, or we can say the benefit or nature of support the customer will get if the product fails to comply with the specification or in case of malfunctioning of the product, okay, before expiry. Next is aesthetics. Aesthetics represents the appearance, okay. Aesthetic is customer dependent dimension, it is totally customer dependent. It is totally customer dependent. In this we have to consider the customer preferences, customer taste, customers and product, customer preferences and customers expectations, okay. Next is perceived quality. Perceived quality is whatever the quality we are achieving from the product, we can measure it directly or indirectly, okay. So, these are the 8 dimensions of the quality. First dimension is performance, second is features, third one is reliability, next is conformance. Conformance or compliance means up to what extent our product is complied, our product shows the compliance to the specifications. Next is durability, next is serviceability, aesthetics and perceived quality, and these all dimensions are of quality. These all dimensions represent the quality of any product, okay. Next is importance of the quality. What is the importance of quality? Why we have to maintain the quality of the product? See, quality is at most importance in any country, because the health and it is also as much importance in the pharmaceutical sector or health sector. See, the health of the people is very important to the any country. So, in case of pharmaceutical product, it is very important to maintain the quality of the product, okay. So, if we are maintaining the quality of product, then we have certain advantages, okay. So, this is the importance of quality, means with the help of quality the reputation in the market is built up, the building of reputation in the market. Quality is helpful in building the reputation in the market. It will help in meeting the customer expectations. If we are manufacturing the quality products, then customer will satisfy with our product and we can meet his customer expectations, okay. We can meet his demands. Next, having fair competition with the competitors in the market. With the help of manufacturing the quality product, we can go in a fair competition in the market with our competitors. We can manage the cost effectively. With the help of quality products, we can compete effectively at the global level, okay. And also we can increase the market share, we can motivate our workers and we can get maximum benefit. If we are manufacturing the quality products, then our sale will be more and more and we can get the maximum profit. Next, setting a standard in the market. With the help of quality, we can set a standard in the market and also we can reduce the cost of the production. See, if we are manufacturing the quality product in one trial, so we do not have to work on it by second time or third time or fourth time. So, reworking cost will be reduced, and if reworking cost is reduced, then automatically the cost of production will be lowered, and if cost of production is lower, then we can achieve the maximum benefit from the product, okay. So, this is the importance of quality, okay. And with the help of quality, we can build up the reputation in the market, we can achieve the customer expectations, we can fulfill the customer demand, we can go in the fair competition in the market, we can manage our cost effectively and we can increase the share, increase our market share, we can get maximum profit, we can motivate our workers and also set up a standard in the market for the quality products. Next is guidelines, okay. There are various guidelines related with the quality in the pharmaceutical sectors, okay. So, first is WHO guidelines, second is ICH, ISO, US FDA, EU and CDSCO, Okay, these all agencies have established certain guidelines to deal with the product quality or quality products. So, first is WHO. See, WHO has published a handbook related to the that describes the quality of the product, that describes the guidelines or that describes the various rules to achieve the quality products. Next is ICH. ICH stands for International Conference on Harmonization. International Conference on Harmonization. So, this ICH came into the existence in 1990 when the regulatory authority of US, Japan and European Union were meet and establish the certain guidelines for the harmonization of the quality products. They set up the guidelines to ensure the quality, safety and efficacy of the products. Okay. These ICH guidelines are set up to maintain, to achieve the quality product, to achieve the safe and efficacious products. Okay. So, ICH guidelines consist of 4 sections. There are 4 sections in the ICH guidelines and these are quality section, quality, safety, efficacy and multi-purpose guidelines. Okay. There are 4 sections. There are 4 sections in the guideline, ICH guidelines. First is quality, second is safety, third is efficacy and fourth one is multi-purpose guidelines. Multi-purpose guidelines. Okay. So, quality represents the chemical and pharmaceutical quality assurance of the product and this is represented by the letter Q. Okay. It includes stability testing of the product, it includes half-life estimation of the product and next is safety. Safety is denoted by the letter S. Okay. And it includes the carcinogenic study, genotoxicity study. Next is efficacy. Efficacy is denoted by the letter E and it will include the clinical studies or clinical trials that is subjected on the humans. Okay. Clinical trials performed on the human studies. Next is multi-purpose guidelines. So, the topics or that are not covered in these 3 sections are included in the multi-purpose guidelines. Okay. ICH guidelines consist of 4 sections and these sections are maintained to maintain the quality, safety and efficacy of the products, pharmaceutical products, and quality is denoted by letter Q, safety is denoted by letter S and efficacy is denoted by the letter E. And last is multi-purpose guidelines, the topic that do not fit into the quality, safety and efficacy guidelines that will come into the multi-purpose guidelines. Okay. So, the quality section, I have told you that there are 4 sections. First section is quality and that quality section includes various subsections and these are Q1A to Q1F that deals with the stability, Q2 deals with analytical validation, Q3 to Q3AD deals with impurities, Q4 deal with pharmacopoeia, Q5 is quality of biotechnological products, Q6 is related to the specifications of the product, Q7 deals with the GMP, good manufacturing practices. Q8 deals with pharmaceutical development. Q9 is QRM. QRM is quality risk management. Q10 is pharmaceutical quality design. Q11 development and manufacture of drug substance, and Q12 is life cycle management. So, these are the subsections in the quality sections, okay, that will helpful in the maintenance of the quality product. Okay. Next organization is ISO. Okay, WHO is World Health Organization that set up various guidelines or GMP guidelines to ensure to maintain the quality of the product. ICH is International Conference on Harmonization that came into the existence in 1990s, and it has various sections, that is 4 section: quality, safety, efficacy and multi-purpose guidelines. Third agencies are ISO, that is International Standard Organization of Standardization, okay, ISO organization. So, there are 164 countries member in the ISO organization, and this organization deals with each and every sector, that is starting from the food, agriculture, pesticide, it deals with the every sector. Okay. Next is US FDA. US FDA is United States Food and Drug Administration. Okay. US FDA consists of certain code of federal regulations, certain CFR. US FDA consists of CFR, and CFR is 21 CFR part 210 and 211. Okay. 21 CFR part 210 and 211. This CFR part number 210 consists of current good manufacturing guidelines, minimum current good manufacturing guidelines for the holding of any product, for the manufacturing of any product, for the holding of any device. Okay. But in case in 21 CFR part 211, it deals with the drug products. Okay. Next is European Union. EU stands for European Union. So, European Union legislation consists of 2 volumes, that is volume 1 and volume 5. Okay. European Union legislation is given in 2 volumes, volume 1 and volume 5. Volume 1 deals with the medicinal products for the human use, and volume 5 deals with the medicinal products used for the veterinary. Okay. Now, last is CDSCO. CDSCO stands for Central Drug Standardization Control. Sorry, CDSCO is an authority that is set up to maintain the quality of the product, and it issues the license for the manufacturing, for the import, for the sale of any drug product in the country. Okay. It ensures the testing of the pharmaceutical product. Okay. CDSCO is an organization that will maintain the quality, that will ensure the quality of the product by setting certain guidelines. Okay. It is Central Drug Standard Control Organization, CDSCO, and it works under the DGHS, Director General of Health Services India, under the Ministry of Science and under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Okay. So, these are the various guidelines that are described to ensure the quality of the product. Okay. Now, next is some general practices. There are some general practices that should be followed to maintain the quality of the product, and these are quality control, quality assurance, total quality management, that is TQM, QBD, quality by design, Six Sigma concept, out of specification, that is also known as OOS, change control, ISO 9000 series, ISO 14000 series, and GLP, that is good laboratory practices. So, these are some general practices that we should follow to maintain the quality of the product. Now, what is quality control? quality control refers to the sum of all the procedures undertaken to ensure the identity and purity of the particular pharmaceutical. Means for ensuring the identity and purity of the particular pharmaceuticals, the certain measures we are taken, that measures are known as quality control. Okay. And the definition of quality control differ from organization to organization, such as ISO gives the definition of quality control, and according to ISO 9000, it is a part of quality management focusing on fulfilling the quality requirements. So, its main focus is on fulfillment of the quality requirements or next is responsibility of the quality control. See, quality control is helpful in technology transfer. It will help in transferring the technology from the manufacturer to the user. Next is perform testing of finished product. It will helpful in performing the finished product testing. It will prepare the analytical method transfer report. It will helpful in controlling the quality of the product on the daily basis at the company. See, quality control is a product oriented approach. In this, our focus is on identification of the defects. Next is quality assurance. So, what is quality assurance? According to the ISO 9000, it is a part of quality management and its focus is on providing the confidence that quality requirements will be fulfilled. Okay. In the quality control, we are focusing on the fulfilling the quality requirements, but in case of quality assurance, we are providing confidence or we are assuring that quality requirements will be fulfilled. Okay. We can confidently say that quality requirements are fulfilled. Next is responsibility. So, responsibilities of quality assurance are define quality standards and matrices, means what are quality standards, what are the specification of a quality product. Okay. Review quality standards and matrices by working closely with all the departments, means quality assurance department will work with all the departments, will maintain a coordination with all the departments, will maintain a communication with all the departments just to review the quality standards, and it will help in developing the SOP, standard operating procedure. Okay. Quality assurance, it is the responsibility of quality assurance department to develop the or to maintain the SOPs or to prepare the standard operating procedures. Next, perform in process check, means when the process is going on, then internal audit, in process audit is the responsibility of quality assurance department, and it's one of its responsibility is prevention of defect. Quality control department is helpful in identification of defect. Okay. We are performing certain testings on the finished product or on the in process products or in the intermediate products just to identify the defects, but in case of quality assurance we are focusing on the prevention of the defects. Next, perform self inspection. It is the responsibility of quality assurance department to perform self inspection and also prepare documents. It is the responsibility of the quality assurance department that to maintain the documents or to maintain the proper procedure. Next, it will help in preparing a quality improvement plan. So, it is the responsibility of quality assurance department to maintain a quality improvement plan, means how the quality will be improved, to plan a strategy to maintain the quality or to maintain continuously work on the improvement of the quality. Next is comparison between the quality control and quality assurance. See, in the quality assurance our focus is on prevention of defects, but in quality control we are identifying the defects. Okay. In the quality control we are performing certain testings. For example, in case of tablets we are performing weight variation test, content uniformity test, dissolution, disintegration, friability check. Why we are doing so? We are doing these testings, these quality control tests to identify the defects or where the problem is. But in case of quality assurance, we are focusing on prevention of the defects. We are eliminating the root cause of the errors. Next is goal. See, quality, in case of quality assurance, we are focusing on the prevention of defects. So, it is a proactive approach, and in case of quality control, we are focusing on the identification of defects, means it is a reactive approach. And quality assurance is process oriented. In this, we are focusing on the whole process, but in case of quality control, we are just focusing on the product itself. Okay. Next is total quality management. Third practice is total quality management, and total quality management comprises of three words. First is total, quality and management. Total means whole. Quality means degree of excellence. Degree of excellence. And management means act of planning or act of managing or act of maintaining. So, total quality management means it is an act of managing the whole. Okay, it is an art of managing, planning or maintaining the degree of excellence of the whole system. Okay. Next is characteristics of TQM. What are the various characteristics of TQM? Committed management, communication, closer relation with the customer, closer provider relationship and benchmarking. Okay. These all are the characteristics of the TQM. Increased training, empowerment of employees, flexibility in the production, process improvement and process measuring. These all are the characteristics of the TQM. Means with the help of total quality management, we can empower our employees, we can increase the flexibility in the production, we can focus on the process improvements. Next is principles of the TQM. There are 5 principles of the TQM, and these are: first principle is producing quality work for the first time. Okay. The principle of TQM is whenever we are manufacturing the product for the first time, only first time we have to build up the quality, and we have to repeat the same procedure to obtain the same quality. Okay. Next is focus on the customer. Focus on the customer means TQM is customer oriented approach. In the TQM, we are focusing on the customer demands, we are focusing on the customer's expectations, we are focusing on the customer need, what the customer wants. Have a strategic approach to the improvement, encourage teamwork and mutual respect. So, last principle of TQM is continuous improvement. Means in the TQM, we are continuously focusing on the continuous improvement. Next is objectives of TQM. So, the main objective of TQM is continuous improvement, and these are the elements of continuous improvement. Means with the help of these elements, we can maintain the continuous improvement with the help of statistical quality control, quality improvement team, total organizational participation, customer focus approach and systematic problem solving method. Okay. Means the focus of our entire team is on quality control, okay, on quality improvement. Okay. And the TQM, as I have told you previously, that it is a customer oriented approach. So, we are focusing on the customer needs, customer expectations. So, it is a customer focus approach. Next is importance of TQM. Okay. It is a process oriented management tool rather than the product oriented, and its main goal is on continuous improvement of the quality of the product, and it focuses on the defect prevention rather than the defect detection. It is a customer focused approach, and it reduces the cost of production by reducing the waste product. Advantages of TQM consist of prevention of error, increased teamwork, lower cost, decrease waste and improvement in the reputation of the company. Next, last is disadvantages of the TQM, and disadvantages includes initial introduction cost is high, benefits are not long lasting, and workers may be resistant to the change. Thank you.